See my Excel? Yeah, it started. Hey, hi everyone. Very good evening to all of you. So today's lecture is like a final conclusion on the calculation part. We have already done two lectures, two session on PF calculation. Then we have done one session on PF contribution. Then there is an if condition formula and VLOOKUP formula that you have to learn for the statutory compliance, which is already there in my website. That is, sorry, in my YouTube channel. So I want you people, whoever is watching for the first time this video, requested to watch all the previous videos so that you get the final output. So today what we are going to learn is when you process the salary for 100, 200,000, 1 lakh employees also, then how to make a formula. That is what we are going to learn out here. So can I go ahead? Can you share your emojis? So today's concept is we are going to learn how to calculate the PF when we process the salary in Excel. Now the question comes, this is the biggest question where people say, sir, we are already having a software, then why we should do all this extra work to learn this about payroll? So my question comes, you have done an MBA and you go for an interview and say, what is gratuity calculation? You say, I don't know. If anything wrong goes in the software system, then you don't know. Let's say I'm an employee coming to you, I'm telling, sir, there is some calculation error. Why I got salary so less? Why my income tax is deducted so less? Why you are deducted this much? And you have no answer. You will say this is system has generated. Then what is your use? Then why you are educated? Why you have done MBA? So you should know what system is doing. For that, you need to understand the concept, logic, and calculation. Am I clear, everyone? Without that knowledge, you are not going to get the job in payroll department. So that is what I'm going to share. So let's start. I hope you all can see my screen. Acha, one question. Can you see me, for example, or you can see only my screen?
We can see
We
you,
Hello?
can
sir.
see you on your screen, sir.
Your screen.
Acha, both you can do. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Chalo. So I'm going back to the screen. Now, this is my screen example. So what first you have to do is there will be a salary register. Be on mute. Yeah. Of course, first of all, we need to prepare a salary register. So today I'm going to teach only one part, that is PF. So do not get confused and do not look anywhere else. So just understand one thing, that this is a salary register. That is where we have all the details of the employees, then their salary, actual salary. Then we make a calculation based on which the entire salary register is done automatically. That is what I teach in my live session. So each and everything you can calculate automatically without touching the Excel sheet. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn one part called PF calculation. So please take your book and write down 2-3 important points. First thing, am I ready? Can I start? So first most important thing is, from this entire salary register, PF is calculated on either basic and either gross. So there are 3 types of category. I hope everyone was there in that lecture. If anyone have missed, you have to watch my previous lecture. So there I have explained you there are 3 types of PF. One is zero PF. PF is calculated on basic and PF is calculated on gross. I hope you all remember. So now to calculate in a bulk, one, two employees, bulk employee, that is 1,000 to 10,000 to 1 lakh employee, we need a supporting cell. Please write it down, this word, supporting column or supporting cell. So we will say supporting cell. It will support you. So the first support is category. Can anyone tell me how we will link this as a supporting cell? Can anyone tell me? Rough idea. What is supporting cell? I hope you are there on the screen.
Data validation.
Supporting cell. No. What is supporting cell in the category? Can anyone tell me?
Basic cell.
Why we use supporting cell?
Okay.
Chalo.
Working.
So
To
I'll give you
fix
a
the
line.
formula.
To get the
To,
actuals.
Okay, so I'll give you the answer. No problem. Let's
to
say,
fix the formula.
Mr. Vaibhav, correct? He's senior person. His PF is calculated on basic. Now Ashwarya, she's a junior person. Example, her PF is calculated on gross, and a person has recently joined where he's not applicable for PF. He's zero. So there are how many employees? Let's say 1,000 employees. Do you think 1,000 employee will have basic salary PF? No. Do you think everyone will have gross? No. Do you think everyone will have zero? No. So there will be variables. One person will be 12% basic, one will be gross, one will be zero. So we want one column where we should know Sunil is 12%, Subroto is gross, Anand is zero. How many people understood the concept? Let me show you the screen so that you will get more clarity. So I'm going to the Excel. Okay. Now let's say this is a salary register. I'm trying to just hide everything. Okay. So this is my supporting cell. So there should be one column to identify. Please remember one thing. To identify, Amruta is a zero category. That means PF is not applicable. Yogesh, basic. That means we have to divide, we have to calculate the salary on basic. Kamal Singh, gross. Satish, zero. Shiv Prasad, basic. Kajol, gross. How many people understood the concept? That means for each and every employee, we should know his category of PF. Why it will be helpful? We can make one formula. Understand this formula. If it is zero, then don't deduct PF. If it is basic, divide 12% into 12% of basic. If it is gross, then this calculation. How many people understood the concept? So we need a category so that we can calculate. How many people understood? Share your emojis, make it fast. How many people understood the concept? And I want, if you have any query, please ask me now so that I can go ahead. Related to this topic, what is the meaning of category? We just want to know ki every employee is under which category. Is it zero category, 12% of basic, or gross? So based on that category, we are going to make a formula. Can I go ahead? Clear hai sabko?
सर
Chalo.
इसको तीन कैटेगरी में क्यों बांटा गया है सर?
Because PF has 3 category only.
सर ये सबको बेसिक का ही रूल चलता है, तो ग्रॉस का फिर रूल कहाँ से है?
Acha, let's say good question, Mr. Saurabh. Understand, it's a very good question and technical question. There will be one company, one organization where they will only follow 12%. But it is little bit difficult. You know why? Because everyone salary cannot be more than 15,000 basic. So very rarely one company who will give 30,000 salary to everyone. हो नहीं सकता. कोई ना कोई तो कम होगा. Agree or not agree? So Saurabh, like there will be some companies, most of the company who will follow only gross. वहां पे formula category we don't want. We don't want the category. If your company allows 12% on basic, 12% on gross, then only there should be a category. Now Saurabh company follows only gross. Do you think we want a category? No, the formula will be very easy. But if your company allows you two option, that is called category. समझ में आया सौरभ? Clear now?
Yes sir.
आपके कंपनी में what your company does? Like, is it 12% only on gross or allows both?
So basic 12% of basic.
तो सबकी सैलरी बेसिक 15,000 से ऊपर है?
ऑलमोस्ट सर, ऑलमोस्ट जो वर्कर कैटेगरी है उनके हो सकता है कि होगा बेसिक पे, ग्रॉस पे, बट ऑलमोस्ट आपका बेसिक पे ही है.
बेसिक के ऊपर है 15,000. So you know the rule. I've already taught you in the. You were there, Saurabh, in that PF
Yes sir.
calculation. ठीक है. So I request
sir.
everyone to watch the 3 category where I have explained in detail. Can I go ahead now? So how many people understood the category? If your company is giving 2 option, then you have to use the category. Clear? Can I go ahead? Now let's go to the next one. Now there is one more option Let me open the Excel. There is one more category called PF gross. Can anyone tell me why we have to create a separate column for PF gross? इसमें क्या लॉजिक है? Can anyone tell me? Anyone, any idea कि
HRA is not calculated, no, sir.
sorry?
HRA is not calculated in that. So that's why we
You,
have to create that column.
very good answer. So I'll give you a live answer. For example, so I'm hiding. How many people understood this category, why it is important? Can anyone share? I'm just asking because this is the technical knowledge which your boss is not going to teach you like this. So please be very clear. If you are satisfied and happy and understood, can I go ahead? Share your emojis immediately so that I can go ahead. ये this is technical. बस दो calculator है बस. Can I go ahead? चलो. Now I'm going to the next one. So now I'm just trying to hide. Okay, I'm just trying to hide. So I'll hide this. Now this is the actual salary based on which the calculation will happen, and this is attendance. So let's hide the attendance. Now comes, I have created a supporting column, that is PF gross. Now how many people know that PF is calculated on gross also, but with one condition? In that gross, HRA is not included. I hope everyone knows. I have already explained. So please watch that video. So what we have to do, every time we have to calculate. Now see this example. I'll put one more example like this so that you will come to know. Let's say basic, HRA, special, conveyance, and travel allowance. Just I'm example I'm telling. Okay, so I'm just writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 amount I'm writing. Huh? This is total. Okay. Now PF, when we calculate PF, what we have to calculate is equal to this plus this plus this plus
Sir,
this. 1 minute, dear. I have not
sir,
completed.
no, sir,
This.
your screen is not visible. That whatever you are typing now, it's not visible.
Acha. Thank you, dear. Is it visible now? Is it visible now?
No.
I want everyone to share your emojis to know whether
No,
the
sir.
Excel sheet is visible.
No,
No.
sir.
So I'll just stop sharing. Thank you. I'll just stop sharing once again. Now tell me 1, 2, and Windows. Acha, I've taken to the next one. Sorry, understood the concept, dear. Why you were not able to see. Okay, understood. I have done Control N. Acha, got it. Now I hope you can see my Excel. One, and I'm going here. Can you see my screen now? Ajay Devgan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
doing
yes.
control here. So let's take an example. Thank you, dear. Thank you. I'm sorry. Basic, HRA. Okay, I'm just taking an example. Special allowance, conveyance allowance, and traveling allowance. Just an example, and this is total. Okay, I'm just writing some figures. I'm just writing everything like that only. Huh? So this is total. Now, what is PF is applicable on gross. So what is gross? 25,000. But what PF says ki in the gross, HRA is not included. So normally what people are doing, I've seen, is equal to this plus this plus this plus this into 12%. Example I'm telling. So they need to add everything excluding the HRA. So what is the best idea? What we can do, we can directly total minus HRA. So this gives us PF gross. So that we don't waste each and every time add and minus. Instead of that, only one time you do the calculation, make a supporting cell, and it is done. How many people understood the concept? How many people understood the concept? I want you to share, or you can ask me once again so that I can explain. Don't feel what others will think. If you are, that means if you have learned, give me an approval. If you have any query, please ask me. I think most of my students are there, so nothing wrong. Chalo, can I go ahead now? Okay. Now, I'll show you in the real one. So I'm going here. I think I can see my Excel. It takes time. Okay. Done. So what we'll do, suppose if you want to calculate the HR, this gross, every time we have to go here plus this, plus, sorry, minus this, plus this, plus this, plus this. So it becomes a long one. So what I have done, only once I will go here and say is equal to this plus, I will avoid this and go to the next one, plus, 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 and enter. So this becomes my PF gross. So this is my PF gross. How many people understood? One category. So that we don't have to calculate every time basic, special, convince, TA, XYZ, XY. It's a long process. So I have made it very small. How many people understood this concept now? Clear with an example? Please share your emojis. Reaction, emojis, whatever. Done? Can I go ahead? Chalo. Now I'm going to the next one. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So we have learned one thing, types of category, there will be a supporting cell. So what we can do is we can make a data validation. Now what is data validation? One place we can select. So please look very carefully. You go to one cell, okay? Please see carefully. Go to data and there is an option called this one. Can you see plus minus? It is called data validation. Can you read this? Data validation. Go to the list. You can write it down the steps, or tomorrow when you watch the video on the YouTube, please practice. So no. So my request today, don't take any kind of notes unless I tell, because you just concentrate, and tomorrow when you watch again, practice. So you have to watch all the videos which I have done already. If you're going directly in this, it is not correct. The more important is you understand the concept. Okay? So go to the list and whatever you write, 0. In case your company is not having 0, don't write. Not having 0, don't write. If it is basic and gross, then you can write basic, comma, gross. The moment you write, now can you see this arrow has come? Gross, basic, and gross. So you select anything, will happen. Now I can control D. So one I'll take basic, one I'll take gross. So this is called data validation. So here what we can do, only one time activity. Here we can make a data so that you can select. Otherwise what will happen, in case if you have written the basic spelling C, it will show an error. So in order to avoid the error, we do data validation. So again I'm telling you how to do is, go keep the cursor where you want, go to data validation, go to list and write 0, comma, basic, comma, gross. Now see it has come. So I'm just calculating here. Or if you want in entire cell, now learn this also. I'm removing, select the entire cell, go to data validation and write down list 0, comma, basic, comma, gross. Done. Can you see this? It has come automatically everywhere. It has come automatically everywhere. So at one time, you have done the data validation for all the selected column. Anyone have any query, suggestion, confusion, whatever, data validation? Why we prepare data validation? So that we don't make a mistake in spelling, because the formula, even if you write double C, double S, it will not work. Am I clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? Data validation. Anyone have any query? Okay. Thank you. Let's move to the next one. So we have done the data validation also. Now everything is clear. Now we are going to the actual formula. So please keep all your pen, pencil aside and concentrate on the video. Requested. You cannot learn in just 1 second by writing the notes. So please understand there is a process to eat, drink, sleep and everything. So to learn also. So request, keep all your pen, pencil aside. This is the last 10 minutes video now. Done? Keep all your pen, pencil aside, only concentrate. And tomorrow you again practice it. So here we have done the validation. Now I'm going to share one formula. So before I share the formula, I want to share the concept. What is concept? If this cell is equal to 0, then give me 0. If this cell is equal to basic, then what you want? Basic into 12%. If this cell is equal to gross, then two condition. I hope everyone remember that two condition. If it is the PF gross is more than 15,000, give me 1800, or else PF gross 12%. So from this, how many cell is involved? Can anyone tell me? From this, how many cells are involved? How many columns are involved?
Only one cell.
How many different types of
Three
informations are
types.
involved? Three
Three
types.
types of
Three types.
information.
Which one? Which one?
So zero, basic, and gross.
That
Zero
is
basic.
one category. So we require one category. What is the second one?
PF gross.
PF gross. What is the third one?
Third one is
Be on mute,
Contribution.
Aishwarya. Aishwarya, please be on mute, your background voice. Yeah. Third one. See, again, I'll repeat. If this cell is equal to 0, is equal to gross, is equal to basic, that is 1 point. So we need one category. Everyone understood? It is 0. If it is basic, then basic into 12%. So the next third one is we want the basic amount. How many people understood now? So we want a category, we want a basic, and we want a PF gross column. So three things are involved. Everyone is clear now? So before we calculate this, we want three things to be ready. So let's do that. Chalo, I'm sharing that. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So what I have done, just to make you understand, I have kept basic plus DA here, just for your knowledge. We'll understand in an easy method, then we'll go to the calculation method. Clear hua sabko? Just to understand the concept, then go to the real one. And here I have taken a gross minus HRA. So this is PF gross. Okay? So three things we want. One is this, one is this, sorry, one is this. So total 3. Now I'll give you the formula. Please listen, don't write, not required. If anyone gives a very good, whatever your experience in the LinkedIn, I'll share all this notes to them. So don't worry at all. Okay? If, now please understand the formula the way I said. So what I said, if this cell is equal to 0, then give me 0. First formula clear? First formula. Second, if this cell is equal to gross, sorry, I'll keep it basic first. Basic, then what I have to give? Give me two things are there. So bracket basic into 12%. How many people understood till now? If it is 0, give me 0. And if it is basic, then basic into 12%. Last one. But if it is gross, if this cell is equal to gross, then two condition. Again, if condition. If PF gross is greater than 15,000, then give me 1800, or else open the bracket PF gross into 12%. Open the, close the bracket. How many people understood the concept? I'll just change it. Now this has become basic. Can you see? Basic into 12%. The moment I make it gross, can you see? Because it is more than, this gross is more than 15,000, it has become 1800. How many people understood the concept? See? Very easy. First point, first cut, How many people understood the concept? Very easy concept. If you want, write it down, this statement the way I say. If this cell is equal to 0, give me 0. If you understand the way I am teaching, any if condition you can prepare on your own. Am I clear? So if this cell is equal to basic, then basic into 12%. If this cell is equal to gross, then there are two conditions. Gross में two condition है. Clear है? So PF gross more than 15,000, give me 1800, or else it is 12% of PF gross. How many people understood this concept? Now I'm going to do for the last time in the actual salary register. Can I go ahead? Or anyone have any query? Please ask me on this easy part.
Can you repeat this writing parts again, sir? The formula you explained now.
So what you have written?
I unable to write fully. So can you repeat
No
it
problem.
again?
So tomorrow just open that and do. Anyhow, you are going to watch again. So no issues. Okay. Someone has asked PF gross. So small request, Reshma. I have explained in full 1 hour, 2 hour session. I think, right? We have done for 2 days session. So Reshma, you can go and watch it in the YouTube channel. Everything you will learn. Can I go ahead, Reshma? Chalo. Now I'm going to do for the last time in the Excel sheet. So let me go there. I hope you can see my screen. Subroto, can you see? Aishwarya, raise your hand. Ravas, क्या नाम है? Ravas Tech.
Neetu.
Neetu. Can you see my screen, Neetu?
Yes, sir.
So here I'm going to do for the final time. So what we require now, remember in the salary register, we require 3 columns. One is this PF category, one is this PF gross, and what is basic. So this is basic. Okay? So one is basic. So I'm just hiding everything else so that I can calculate. So this is what we are going to calculate. So what is 3 category? 1, PF gross and basic. So let's do one formula. I'm removing everything. If this cell is equal to 0, give me 0, or else if this cell is equal to basic, give me basic into, can you see this basic? This column into 12%. Or else if this cell is equal to gross, then give me two condition. If the PF gross, now this part has come. If this PF gross is greater than 15,000, then give me 1800, or else PF gross into 12%. Now close the bracket. Now just to say one more thing, friends, I'll just copy. I want you to see this technical part. अच्छे से ध्यान देना. I'll just remove everything. This no one will teach you, but it's a technical part. I'm just making it little big. Can you see this color zone, dear? I'll just make it little down. See, when you close the bracket, final bracket, you will be wondering, thinking, how many bracket we have to put? So people calculate. This is the opening bracket. This is the second opening bracket. This is the third opening bracket. This is the fourth opening bracket. This is the fifth opening bracket. Right or wrong? Everyone can see. Listen here. Don't write. I'll throw this. Okay. So now what you have to do is, when you close the bracket, please, I can see Nirmala. Nahi, Neetu. Neetu, can you see the color? Which color has come? Which color? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Which color?
It's
Sir,
red,
it's
sir.
like yeah.
Which color?
Green.
Sir, blue.
Very good. Green. Which color?
Purple.
Blue.
Purple.
Which color? Red.
Red.
Which
Red.
color?
The
Blue.
black.
And The moment you see the black color, enter. How many people understood the concept? Whatever color comes, no issue at all. Keep putting a bracket till the time you get a black
Black.
one. ये सबसे टेक्निकल है. So you don't have to count कितना डालना है कितना नहीं. But if you put more than black, then it will show an error. How many people understood the concept? Just put a bracket. The moment you see black, black means danger. Stop there. Can I go ahead? Mast tha na? This is very minute but very important part. So now let's go and see the Excel one. Okay? Chalo. Now can you see this? The answer has come. Now, you know the formula. If you create only one formula and just drag it, whether it is 1% or 1 lakh people, your formula is done. How many people understood? Whether it is 1 people or 10,000 or 1 lakh, you have to just prepare one formula. Now drag it. Can you see? Within a fraction of second. Now see, I'm changing here. Can you see this column? It is 6480. The moment I do 0, it has become 0. Now concentrate here. I'm just changing. Now the moment I did basic, it changed. The moment I did gross, it changed. That means it's working. Now that was the awesome example of Excel. How many people understood this concept now overall? Can you come on the screen for the last 2 minutes? Hari sir, clear tha concept? Very easy. So what is the most important part you have to learn is Excel formula. Now, why I teach you to do this? So my concept is, I also worked in an industry for so many years. Everywhere there was a software, and mostly, I don't know, lucky, unlucky, I got only SAP SAP to work on the software. 9 years. But still, I prepared this Excel sheet because of maker checker. You should not trust the system. You know why? You are doing the entry. System is not doing. So you can make a mistake. How many people believe you can make a mistake? I also made a mistake. I'll share one example. What happened? I cannot share the company's name, but it's an example that even in this stage, I made a mistake. Some emergency, her wife was admitted in the ICU room. They require 1 lakh rupee. So immediately we gave 1 lakh rupee as an advance. And what is our rule? Deduct the 1 lakh from the salary. His salary was more than 1 lakh rupee, but we have given the performance bonus, which was eligible. But what happened is, what my team has done is, even I have neglected, I have not seen, in the salary slip, when we process the salary, we have to show that we have given, that is in the gross 1 lakh rupee, and recover again 1 lakh rupee as an advance. So given, taken. But what we have done, we have shown in the gross, but not recovered. So what happened? Again, he got 1 lakh rupee extra in his account. How many people understood the concept? One, we gave an advance the day when her wife got admitted. But while processing the salary, we have to show in the gross because we have given and recover on the same moment. So plus minus, it is 0. But unfortunately, we have not shown in the deduction column. So he got additional 1 lakh rupee. So mistake. So whose mistake? System mistake or our mistake? So when we prepared this Excel sheet, then we came to know that there is an error. Because here it was showing, here it was not showing. So at least either SAP is wrong, either my Excel sheet is wrong. How many people understood now the process? That you should have an Excel where you have to process the salary in Excel and it will not take half an hour.
Sir,
Yes.
then in this case, what's the
Solution? I'll tell you. What was the solution? The moment the salary got credited, we came to know. So we just informed him to call him ki XYZ. We have given extra. So refund. So within a span of half an hour, today it is net transfer. Immediately he refunded. So we reprocessed the salary slip. Done. Because we got the money back, right? So we edited the salary register. If it was finalized, then we could have come into a trouble. Clear hua? So
Yes, sir.
that you will learn in this kind of example. What
Sir, and
solution?
if employee sometimes denies to return, then
You are in danger
if
then.
some
Then it has to be recalled from my team, including me, or I have to give my resignation letter. No choice. So in payroll, again, remember one thing, dear. In payroll department, keep your resignation letter in your pocket every day. And शान से बोलो हम अपना resignation जेब में लेके घूमते हैं. I am telling practically, dear, because here, ask Hari sir, all senior people are there. You will not get a second chance in payroll department because it is money, and it is not your money, it is company money. So you have to take that risk. Are you ready for that? So how many people now overall understood the concept of PF calculation? How easy it was to calculate for 1,000, 10,000 employee in just 2 minutes. Anyone have any question in the calculation? Easy tha? How many people felt easy? So this way,
Yes,
in
sir.
my lecture, we learn PF, ESIC, professional tax, then automatically the entire salary register without touching it calculates automatically. That is what we learn in the payroll course. Clear hai? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have any query?
No, sir.
Chalo. So I'm stopping the recording. So any